the article searching activities. So for this part, how to conduct an effective searching, I'm going to introduce you to the search techniques that can be used whenever you do article searchings in online databases or Google Scholar. So basically for search techniques, we have 4. First one is Boolean operator. Second is truncation. Third is wildcards. And last one is phrase search. So basically we have 4 kinds of searching techniques that you can use whenever you search for articles either in Google Scholar or online databases. The first search technique is Boolean operator. And for your information, Boolean operator is divided into 4. First is Boolean and divided into 3, sorry. First is Boolean and, second is Boolean or, third is Boolean not. Okay, so these 3 Booleans serve different purposes whenever you use this Boolean in advanced search during article searching in online database. Okay, first one, Boolean and. What does it mean by Boolean and? Boolean and is used to link 2 different keywords together. Let's say I want to search depression and teenagers. So this is the example of a screenshot of advanced search in online database. Depression and teenagers. Whenever we use Boolean and, let's say for example, I got 50 article 50. So article number 1 must contain both keywords depression and teenagers. Article number 2 contain both keywords depression and teenagers. Same goes unto article number 15. Okay, so that's the usage of Boolean and. Both keywords must appear in each and every article that we retrieve from the online database. Okay, you can also have a set of synonyms or words with the same meanings with the keywords that you are using for your searching. Second Boolean is Boolean or. So the difference between Boolean and Boolean or will search either or. Okay, let's say I want to search for drug or narcotics. Usually for Boolean or it is very useful if you want to search for words with similar meaning. Instead of type in drug and then do the search, you got the article you download and then you do another searching with the word narcotics. Okay, meaning you will do 2 times searching. You can use Boolean or in advanced search. Okay, just type drug or narcotics and it will give you all the articles that contain either the word drug or narcotics or drug and narcotics. Okay, so the result will find all results that contain either drug or narcotics or drugs and narcotics. Okay, last Boolean is Boolean not. Boolean not is used to exclude a particular term from a result. Let's say, for example, you want to search for depression cases among residents in Malaysia, but not from adults. Okay, so your search term should be depression, Boolean not, and then adults. So the result that you'll get is depression cases from all kind of patients except for adults. Okay, so this is the use of Boolean not. Second search techniques is truncation. Okay, so truncation is basically to find all possible variant endings. And it is very useful if you want to search for plurals. Let's say, for example, in a paper, some author they might use singular, some other authors they might use plural words. So when we, for example, you want to search for adult and adults with S, so you just type ADULT and then add the star. So you will get both spelling in your searching. Okay, another example would be maybe hospital management. So if you search, you type in hospital and then MANAG, okay, and then star, you will receive hospital management, hospital manager, managing, okay, whatever words that can be derived from the root word that we just entered, it will be listed there. Okay, third search techniques is wildcard. Wildcard used question mark to replace a letter or letters within a word. This is very useful for words that have different spelling, especially if you are not sure whether some authors, they might use UK spelling, some other authors, they use US spelling. So in order for us not to miss out any articles that use both spellings, okay, related to your assignments, then it's always better to have these search techniques as well. Okay, apart from organization, we have color, COLOUR, COLOR. So just replace the alphabet with the question mark. Last search techniques is phrase search. Different with the previous search techniques, phrase search is used specifically for keywords that contain more than one word. Okay, for example, hospital management, social media, herbal science, okay, any terms that contain more than one word, you have to include the double quotation mark. The reason is that, let's say, for example, I search for herbal science in our online database. Okay, the number of result that I got is 500,000 plus. Okay, that is without a double quotation mark. And then I do another searching, herbal science with double quotation mark. The result that I got is 7,000 plus, so it's different. Okay, so whenever you include the double quotation mark, it will search for that term in its order. If you doesn't include the, if you didn't include the double quotation mark in your keywords, for example, herbal science without the double quotation mark, the database will search for articles related that contains the word herbal or science or herbal science. That's why the result is much more bigger compared to when you use herbal science with double quotation mark. Okay, so please remember, if your terms or your keywords contain more than one word, always include the double quotation mark so that you will get the accurate result. Okay, so this is just the additional tips. Okay, whenever you're trying to have a list of keywords that you want to use for your article searching, always think of the singular or plural words, words with alternative spellings, words that have similar meanings or synonyms, and also words that have been commonly used as abbreviations. Let's say, for example, you want to search for human resource management. Also, it is better to always include the abbreviations for that, because you are not sure if the authors use the full name or just the abbreviations in their paper. So to be safe, just include both. All right. So once we are done with the formulating the keywords or terms for the article searching, Now it's time to search for the articles from IIUM library collection. So I'm going to focus on the databases that are subscribed by IIUM library. For your information, IIUM subscribe around 30 plus online databases. Okay, so from various subject areas, we have up to date, we have ProQuest, we have Science Direct, and we also have one-stop searching platform called IIUM Discovery Service. So what is IIUM Discovery Service? IIUM Discovery Service is a searching platform where it can search for any printed materials as well as online resources that are owned and subscribed by IIUM. Okay, so instead of, let's say, for example, you want to search for articles related to herbal science, instead of you go to Science Direct and do the article searching over there, and then you go to another online databases and several other online databases to get the as much as possible articles related to herbal sciences, you just use IIUM Discovery Service because you will search for articles related to herbal science from all online databases that IIUM subscribe in one single platform. Okay, so there's a difference between individual online databases with IIUM Discovery Service. So this is our library homepage. We share this official IIUM library with other campuses. We share with Gambang, we share with Gombak in KL campus. Okay, so basically, if you want to search for online resources, always go to our official library website. So when you search for iium.edu.my/division/lib, you will see this homepage, and then you will see IIUM Discovery Service column. Just key in your keyword or search term in the column, in the blank there. And then after you click search, you will see the next page, okay, the result page. So since I'm using keyword herbal science, I include the double quotation mark. Okay, once you have got the result page, to get the full text article, there's only 3 things that you need to do. First is to check the box for the full text. Second is to set the publication date. For the publication date, this one you have to consult with your supervisor or your lecturer. Okay, usually we will need to retrieve articles at least from 5 years back. We need to check the box for academic journals because, as I mentioned previously, IIUM Discovery Service will search for any printed materials or online resources related to herbal science. Since if you want to do academic assignment, usually we will use articles from academic journals. That's why you need to check the box for academic journals under source types. So that's the 3 things that you need to limit your search result to. The additional options, for example, peer review, if you can see the peer review there, peer review means article that has been reviewed and commented by the expert from the same field. In terms of content, it is better from the non-peer-reviewed one lah, obviously. Okay, so if you would like to read peer-reviewed article, then check the box for peer-reviewed. Next, below peer-review is IIUM Library Catalog. This one only applicable for printed book. So if you want to search for printed books in the library, you just check the box for IIUM Library Catalog. Okay. I just want to share the different article status that we can find in IIUM Discovery Service. Okay, so if you find, let's say you search for the articles, you will see link for the full text. Sometimes you will see different article status apart from the full text. Okay, the first, another different article status that I would like to highlight is request for interlibrary loan. Okay, for this particular article, you don't see the word full text, access for full text, because this one doesn't have the full text, meaning IIUM doesn't subscribe to this. So if you want to read this in full text, you can just click request for interlibrary loan. Okay, so after you click the link, you'll be directed to online form for interlibrary loan. Make sure you fill up all your details correctly, especially your email address, because the full text of the article will be sent to you via your email. Interlibrary loan means we will request for full text articles from other university. Since IIUM doesn't subscribe to this particular article, we will request full text article on your behalf from other university, let's say for example USM, okay? And then for each article that you requested from interlibrary loan, there will be a charge RM2 per article. Next article status that we can find is full text finder. Sometimes besides full text finder link, you will see a full text link access. But if you don't see that, you just click full text finder. When you click that, you will be directed to a new page with a list of links. Usually you will see 1 or 2 or 3 links that you can find this article in full text. Next is Plum X matrix. This one is only matrix to check the you say popularity of the article. Let's say for example you found this in IIUM Discovery, you just mouse over and then you will see the number of citation, how many people already cited this particular article, how many people already share this article in social media, and so on. So basically Plum X matrix is a matrix to see the popularity of the article. Okay, next is view record in DOAJ. Okay, from my screenshot, there's a view record in DOAJ and also there's a PDF full text link there. If you see this, then just click the PDF full text link, but sometimes you will not see the PDF full text link. You will only see the view record in DOAJ. So if this happens, you just click the link view record in DOAJ directly, and then you will be brought over to a new okay, you will be brought over to a new website called Directory of Open Access Journals. So every single journal in that website is open access, meaning free to be viewed in full text. Okay, so basically you can just download the full text in that website. Okay, and last one is online access. Online access means this article is available from IIUM Institutional Repository, or we call it as IREP. So IREP is the, we call it online databases that stores publication from IIUM staff. Okay, so if you want to read this particular article in full text, you just click Okay, if we have time later, I will show you how to do searching for articles in IREP. It's very easy. It is straightforward because the interface is not that difficult. Okay, since most of you are not in campus, maybe some of you are at home, so I'm going to highlight on the off-campus access. Please remember, if you want to search for articles from IIUM library, if you are not in campus or if you are not using IIUM Wi-Fi, you need to log into off-campus access. Okay, you just go to our library homepage. The URL is ium.edu.my/division/library, and then just click the easy proxy button, okay, of campus access, and then you will see this login page. Our library, the easy access, the off-campus access login page is different from your iTaklim's punya login. Alright, so if your iTaklim is using your metric card as a username, but for library off-campus access, we use barcode number as the username, and the password is the 6-digit PIN number that you have set when you registered for the membership with the library. Okay. If you forgot your PIN number for library membership, you can just click. I will share with you the tutorial on how to reset the password. Okay, for those who never change their password, you can try to log in, try to enter your barcode number behind your student card, and we will give out the default PIN number to students whenever they registered for membership. Okay, the default PIN number is 123456. Okay, unless you change it, that's the PIN number that you use lah. But if you change and you forgot the new PIN number, then you need to reset the PIN number later. So once you log in, you will see the list of subscribed online databases. So we have individual online database, we have academic search complete, we have PMG, Cambridge Journal, and if you want to use discovery service, then just scroll down and click on EBSCO discovery service. Okay, so that's the searching platform that we did just now. Okay, let's do some exercise on article searching. Then you can just share your answer in the chat box. Number 1, search peer-reviewed journal articles in full text related to drug therapy among adults that was published since 2010. Give you 1 minute, and if you have the answer, just share in the chat box.
Excuse me, Sister Aisha.
Yes?
This is Dr. Osman.
Yeah,
What
doctor.
database are they going to use for the search? I want to
You
do the search
can
together with them.
You can use the IIUM discovery service that I showed just now.
All right.
Okay, so I have shared my screen. This is the our official library website. Okay, the questions is peer-reviewed journal articles in full text related to drug therapy among adults that were published in since 2010. Okay, so you click advanced search. Okay, drug therapy. Since drug therapy is a term or keywords that contain more than one word, so please remember the quotation mark. And then the question is drug therapy among adults. So here we use Boolean and because we want to include both drug therapy and adults in one article. So add the star because I want the database to search for adult in plural and also singular. So click search. Okay, we have 1 million plus result. This is before we refine or sorting any result. Okay. So you go to refine result panel here. First, you check the box for full text because the questions is asking for full text articles. Next is to check the box for peer reviewed. Okay, peer reviewed. And then next is to set the publication date 2010. After we set the publication date, remember the source type because we want the articles from academic journals. Check the box for academic journals under source types. So from 1 million plus result just now, we have narrowed down to 293,749 articles, peer-reviewed full-text articles related to drug therapy and adults. Okay. For information, all the results are arranged by relevancy. You can see here, this is the arranged order by relevancy. It means that the most relevant article to the criteria that you have set just now are available at the first page. Okay, just tips for you. Usually whenever I did my own article searching, I will check since the articles are arranged by relevancy, I will check for articles up until page 5 or maybe up maximum is page 10. After that, it will be not really relevant to the criteria that we have set previously. Okay, just remember the most relevant articles will be listed in the first or second page. So I hope you get the same number as mine, which is 293749. Let's try do second exercise. Okay, number 2. Try to search for printed books, online and printed, related to either herbal medicine or herbal supplement that was published since 2016. So this one, please do this exercise and share how many results that you get. Anyone want to share the result? How many you get for books printed in online related to herbal science, herbal medicine, or herbal supplement?
Dear student, please try to contribute. Okay? Because Sister Aisha is doing her best and you have been keeping quiet. Please motivate her, please. Are you all there?
Yes, doctor. We are
Okay,
doing
please
it.
contribute.
Yes,
All right.
doctor, we are doing it.
Yes, doctor, we are doing it right now.
Sister Aisha, thank you so much for sharing your
Yeah.
experiences with us.
Thank you, doctor.
I only got 4.
4. Okay, let's see. Herbal medicine. The boolean should be or, okay, or herbal supplement. Okay, for information, this one, select a field ni. This is optional, so you don't need to do anything with this one because if you leave it as it is, you will search for word herbal science everywhere in the paper. You will search for herbal science in the title, in the abstract, in the contents, in the reference list. If you set the herbal science to be searched in title, then database will only give you articles that contain the word herbal science in the title only, even though there's the word herbal science in the content. So for this one, just leave it as it is. Click search. So limit to can check the box for IIUM library catalog because this one is for the books. Publication date is since 2016. Okay, 4. So correct lah. Okay, thank you, brother, who answered just now. So we have 4 results. 4 books related to herbal science or herbal supplements. This is the books either printed or online. They are available in our library collection. Okay, so we're done with the article searching. Before we go for Mendeley, I would like to briefly explain about the citation and referencing because this is very important. Even though Mendeley will do most of the work in doing the citation and referencing, still you need to know the basic or fundamental what are the things that you need to know for the citation and referencing is that there are things that is because Mendeley is a free software. So if you have basic information or knowledge about the citation and referencing, it will be very much helpful when you do the citation later on. Okay, so people always ask what is citation, what is reference. So usually citation, we provide citation or we do the citation whenever you want to inform our readers that certain information in our paper came from another work. Okay, so when to cite, you need to cite when you provide key background information, whenever you want to support arguments or your points. In your paper, if you want to argument or provide a points in your paper, it's better to have it supported by the articles from other researchers. Or if you want to offer critical definitions and data, then you need to also cite the data. Okay, for citation and referencing, it has its own rules. Okay, so rules for referencing, the first one is reference must be included every time you use someone else's idea or information. Okay, it is easier if you understand it this way. If the information or the data not coming from your own idea, then you have to include the citation. Even though, let's say for example, we are talking about non-academic assignment. And let's say, for example, I want to write blog content about food. So instead of take a picture of the food with my own camera and upload it, I Google the picture in the internet and then I upload it in the blog. Okay, so if I want to do that without committing plagiarism, I have to check who's the original photographer. If I cannot find the name of the photographer, the rule of APA, the citation rule for APA 7 edition is that you have to add ANON for anonymous if we do not know who's the original owner, followed by the year of publication. Even if you cannot find the year of publication or the year when the picture is taken, you need to include the N dot D dot stands for no date. Okay, that's how much, that's how important the citation is whenever we do something, especially when you do your academic assignments. This is to avoid any unintentional plagiarism. Okay. Rule number 2 is, when do we provide referencing? There are 4 situations that we need to provide referencing. First, when we could copy word by word from the original sources and then paste it in our own paper. Then we have, this one we call code, and we have, obviously we have to provide the referencing. Second is paraphrase, restate the original sources in our own words without altering the meaning. Third, summarize. And last one is when we copy, either copy image, copy a table, okay? So these are 4 situations that we need to provide referencing or citation in our paper. Rule number 3, I believe this one all of you already know, referencing or references must appear in 2 places. First, in text citation, in the body of your assignment, and reference list, this one after the conclusion. Okay, now, for your information, now we are using APA 7th edition. We have been using this APA 7 edition since last year, October. Previously, we used 6th edition. So there are several changes has been made to especially author's family name. If you can see your screen, for author's family name, if 1 or 2 authors, we have to include family name of all authors. If 3 or more authors, include the name of only the first author plus et al. In every citation, even the first citation. This is different from the previous edition of APA. But you don't have to worry because Mendeley will do this for us. You just need to take note lah. This is the rules or the rules for the in-text. So basically, in-text will contain author's family name, year of publication, and page number if appropriate. What does it mean by page number if appropriate? The requirement is to include author's family name and year of publication. Let's say Muhammad, 2019. And then if you do direct quotation from the original source, or if you indicate information or you copy information from a specific table, chart, chapter, graph, or images, you have to indicate the page number. So remember, when you do direct quotation or you indicate information for a specific table, you have to provide the page number as well. For information, Mendeley will only help us in text citation for author's family name and publication year. For page number, we have to edit. We have to add by our own lah. So if you do direct quotation or you copy from directly from, if you copy, let's say, table from page 73 from an article, then you have to indicate that in your paper. The only sources that you don't have to provide page number if you do direct quotation is when you cite from website article. Because website doesn't have any page number, so you only need to add author's family name and year of publication. Okay, secondary referencing. I would love to highlight the secondary referencing because many students did this unintentionally because It is always confusing when we talk about referencing and citation if you don't really understand what is it actually. Okay, so secondary referencing is when you quote or paraphrase from a source which is mentioned in another text. That's the definition of secondary referencing. Okay, let's say I read an article from Abdul Aziz Lippman Roberts from 2017, titled Identifying at-Risk Patients for Suboptimal Beta-lactam Exposure in Critically Ill Patients with Severe Infections from Critical Care Journal. Okay, so let's say I read this one. And then I found that the highlighted one is the information that I found is very useful for my own paper. And then when I check the reference list, it belongs to Robert Paul Ekova Bessetti et al. From 2000, doesn't have a year, 2014. Okay. Secondary reference happen when instead of searching for the original article by Roberts, I directly copy and paste the statement or sentence from Abdul Aziz. Because in this case, Abdul Aziz is not the original source. So when I copy directly from Abdul Aziz, this is when I did a secondary reference. For your information, secondary reference are not allowed. And the only times when it is allowable is when the materials are no longer available, okay, out of print or stop publishing. These things happen when the original source are in printed materials, for example, printed books or printed journals, and published maybe 20 years ago. Okay, so it's already out of print or stop publishing. So there's no way we can get the original source. The second situation is when the original text is in foreign language. Okay, so this is two situations when secondary referencing is allowed. However, even though these two situations is allowed for the students or for the writers to do secondary referencing, always consult with your lecturers or supervisors. The reason is because a text that we read and a text that other authors read will be different in terms of interpretation. So that is why it is always better to read the original text from the original article so that we won't be misinterpreted. We will not misinterpret the original text. Okay, so please remember, whenever possible, you should always aim to access or to get the original sources. It doesn't matter if it is article, if it is a printed book, always get the original sources. So if let's say you want to do the secondary referencing, this is just the example on how we can cite secondary reference in our paper. Okay, paper from Abdul Aziz et al., the secondary source, the one that I read just now, refers to the ideas of Robert et al., the original source. So when I want to write it in my paper, it should be Robert et al. 2014, mention that despite profound blah, 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 this one I add the double quotation mark because this is direct quote from the Abdul Aziz paper. And then it is required to add as cited in. For normal in-text citation, you only need to have author's family name and also the year. But for the secondary referencing, you have to add as cited in, and then followed by the author's family name, and then the year, and also the page number. Okay, that's for the in-text. How about the reference list? For reference list, since I only read the article from Abdul Aziz, then I only need to list down Abdul Aziz et al. No need to list Robert et al. In my reference list because I didn't read that one. Okay, so understand the secondary referencing. So this is how we do secondary referencing. Okay, so we're done with the reference and also citation. Next is Mendeley. I hope all of you already have your own account. Okay, what is Mendeley? It is a free reference management software that can help you collect references, organize your citations, and create bibliographies. Apart from Mendeley, we also have several others reference management software. One of them is Zotero. So the difference between Mendeley and Zotero is that Mendeley, you can cite using Mendeley, using Microsoft Word, and if you are offline, okay, if you don't have any Wi-Fi or internet connection at the moment you want to write your paper or you want to cite the paper, you can use Mendeley. Zotero is useful if you are using Google Doc to do your assignment. And Zotero can be used only with internet connection, obviously, because you are using Google Doc. Okay, so that's the difference between two. So depending on your preferability, some students, they use Mendeley because they use Microsoft Word. Some students, they use Zotero because they use Google Doc for the assignments, okay? Okay, once you have created, yes, yeah, Salam.
Mr. City,
Yes.
I just wanted to ask, can they use EndNote?
EndNote.
Yes.
Your students use EndNote, Doctor?
I just wanted to ask if they can use EndNote as well.
Okay. EndNote is not free software. EndNote, since IIUM doesn't subscribe to EndNote, if you download EndNote, right, you can only use for 30 days. Okay. That's why 30 days. Because EndNote needs to be subscribed. Come again?
I said it is advisable that we should use Mendeley.
Yes, it is advisable. It is advisable for students to use Mendeley or Zotero. In this case, Mendeley lah, because EndNote, you need a license to use it fully. If you download and then you install in your laptop, right, you can only use for 30 days. I think 30 days, 1 month, and then you'll be expired. If you can finish all the assignments within that month, within the 30 days, within the trial period, then it's fine, I guess. But if you wish to save your sources or your articles for more than 1 month, then please use Mendeley or any other free reference management tool.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Doctor. Okay, so this is the view of our My Mendeley desktop. Once you created your account, you download a software for Mendeley desktop. So basically, we will have two different kind of Mendeley. First is Mendeley desktop, the one that we install in our PC or laptop. Another one is Web Mendeley. So those two serve two different purposes. So I will show you later how Web Mendeley works. So now let's look at the Mendeley desktop first. How to add literature or sources in Mendeley? There are so many ways you can add your articles, your PDF full text articles in Mendeley. The most common one is you just click add, and then you can add individual PDF file of your full text article, or you can add by folder. Okay, another way is that you can also drag your file, your PDF file from your folder and drop it in Mendeley desktop. So that's the most common way on how we can add sources in Mendeley. I would like to highlight on the use of web importer. Okay, web importer is a plugin, we call it features in Mendeley to add articles directly from the search engine or from the online databases. Okay, so how to do that? You click, when you open your Mendeley desktop, right? You click tools, you will see install web importer, and you click that, you will be directed to a browser. So depending on what kind of browser they are using, let's say for example, I'm using Chrome, so Chrome browser will pop up. Okay, Chrome browser will pop up, and then just click the get web importer for Chrome. And then it will install the web importer in my browser. So that is the web importer extension. I think Microsoft Edge don't have web importer. Last time I checked, don't have. So if you're using web importer, you can install web importer in Chrome and also Mozilla. Okay, how to use web importer? Let's say I want to search for articles in Science Direct. So I go to Science Direct, I search for the articles. Let's say this is the article that I want to download. Trends of robotic assisted surgery for thyroid. Okay, so once I view the page, I just click the extension of web importer. The web importer message box will appear. Okay, so when it appears there, you just click the add button. It will be added automatically to Mendeley desktop. It's very important to remember that even though web importer said it will download the article for us, it depends on the articles, whether it is available or not. If the article is in open access, or if I am subscribed to this particular article, then web importer can capture and download the article from this particular website for us. If it is not available in full text, let's say you can only read the abstract, web importer can only save the citation details, meaning they can only capture the journal title, article title, author's name, publication year, volume number, and so on. Okay, but not the article in the PDF. So once you have add the article in the web importer, you go back to your web Mendeley. Go back to web Mendeley and then click sync button. So you click sync button, usually the newly added article or documents will be available under recently added folder. Cool. So you can see that there's a PDF icon, meaning web importer also download the citation together with the PDF full text. So that is the indicator to know that this is the article that contains the full text PDF. Okay, I will show you how to do to capture the citation or articles using web importer. Let's say I want to search for Science Direct. Okay, I want to search for articles related to antibiotic. All right, and then click search. Let's say I want to read the first article, opportunities to improve antibiotic. Okay, so when we are at this page, directly click the web importer. Okay, when you click web importer's extension, you will see web importer message box will appear. So what you need to do is to sign in using the same login with your web Mendeley desktop. Okay, so once you sign in, you will see a list of article title. Okay, the top title will be the article that you are viewing right now. And then science web importer also listed or detected references or articles related to the article that we are viewing. So let's say if you also want to download or capture this article title, US Emergency Department's visit, just check the box. If not, just go back, scroll back up, and then make sure it is checked, the box is checked, then you click add. Okay, so once you click add, it should be added into our Mendeley desktop. So go back to your Mendeley desktop. You click recently added folder. Okay, if the newly added article just now does not appear here, you just click sync. Okay, and then this is the articles that we viewed from Science Direct just now. Okay, as I mentioned just now, there's an icon of PDF here to indicate that this particular title comes together with the PDF full text. So how to view the PDF full text that is downloaded together by the web importer just now? You can just double click and then you will see the article full text in here. It is very easy to read with Mendeley Desktop because you can highlight, let's say for example, I want to use this particular information or statement in this paper. Okay, so I will highlight and then I will add notes. Here, add notes. Let's say this one for assignment number 1. And then scroll down, highlight maybe this one I want to use for okay, you can also highlight this, or you can also add note like what I did here. Okay, so all this highlighting or adding notes in Mendeley Desktop will be available until you delete them. So let's say you read this paper today and then tomorrow you open to continue your work, the notes and highlighted part will be still available. Okay, another thing that I would like to highlight for this Mendeley Desktop is that if you're working on 2 different assignments at the same time, it is always better to have a different folder. Okay, assignment 1, then assignment 2. The reason is that if you are, let's say you use like 15 or 20 articles for assignment 1 and you use another 30 articles for assignment 2. Okay, so instead of when you want to cite, instead of go to all documents and check one by one, it is much more useful to have a folder dedicated to the assignments that you are doing. Okay, to add the articles from all documents into the folder, okay, you just click and then hold the control button. If you want to select more than one, hold the control button. Okay, make sure it's all highlighted in blue. Drag and drop it into assignment 1. Okay. Same goes to assignment 2. Let's say this one for assignment 2. And if you already completed your assignment, in future you can just delete the folder. If you delete the folder, all the documents or articles inside assignment 2, for example, will not be deleted entirely. You can still find them under all documents. Okay, next is to how to do citation in Word document. Okay, before we do that, there's one thing that we need to install, which is MS Word plugin. This is the plugin that we need to install in our Microsoft Word so that it can retrieve the citation from the Mendeley Desktop. So when you click install MS Word plugin, you open your Microsoft Word. The plugin will be installed or will be available under References tab. Okay, under References tab. So this is the plugin. And then please remember, always check the citation star here. Okay, because we have so many citation stars, so you need to make sure that you already choose APA 7 edition for your Microsoft Word. Let's say I want to do introduction. I want to add citation for my introduction. So if you want to add citation for introduction, click References tab, you click Insert Citation. When you click Insert Citation, the box will pop up. Okay. When the box pop up, you click Go to Mendeley. Because we don't want to search the article from the column here. We want to select the articles from the Mendeley itself. So you click Go to Mendeley. Mendeley desktop will appear. So let's say what I'm doing just right now is assignment for assignment number 1. So I click assignment 1 folder and select the citation from the folder. Click it, make sure it is highlighted in blue, and then click Cite. There's a Cite button up here. Click Cite, and then Mendeley will add the citation automatically for us. Right? So this is basically the default arrangement of citation by Mendeley. Let's say your sentence started with according to. So if your sentence started with according to, so you need to edit the in text. Remove the open bracket. Okay, so according to Abdul Aziz et al. 2017, once you finish edit the in text citation, a pop-up box will appear and asking, do you want to keep this manual edit? So just click keep manual edit and then do another citation. Let's say the point number 1, I found 2 different articles that can support my point number 1. Okay, so how to add 2 different articles in one citation is, first you click the first article and then hold your control button, click another one, make sure 2 of the articles are highlighted in your Mendeley desktop. Okay, and then it is very important to click both because you want the Mendeley to arrange this article according to APA's rule. Okay, so make sure you click those 2 and then click Cite. So this is the article number 1, this is article number 2. So if you are adding 2 different citations in one statement, there's a rule that we need to follow because for APA, the most the most updated article will be listed first, because this one published in 2020, so it will appear first. Okay. Add another one. Okay, conclusion. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in-text citation. Okay, we have 5 in-text citation. By rule, we should have 5 reference lists as well. How to add reference list for Mendeley? So for Mendeley, it's very easy. Once you have finished your assignment, when you want to add reference list, you go back to references tab up there. You click insert bibliography. Okay, click insert bibliography. You'll be added automatically all 5 references for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For information, please take note for insert bibliography, you only need to click it once. What does it mean by clicking insert bibliography once? Okay, let's say you have done your assignment and then you submit to your lecturer. Once submitted, your lecturer says, why not you add another point, another citation, another article that supported your argument in point number 2. So you do some editing, you add another citation at point number 2. Let's say I add this one, raftery. Click add. Okay, so raftery already available under in-text in the body. So let's check under reference list. It is already here, meaning once you click insert bibliography, if you do some editing later on, whatever added in your in-text will be added automatically under reference list as well. So it will follow. Okay, so that's for the adding citation in your Microsoft Word. I forgot to mention about for PDF full text, it works only for journal article. Let's say you also include printed book in your assignment. For printed book or for non-journal article, you also need to upload them in Mendeley Desktop. But since printed book doesn't have PDF full text, right? So how to add printed books citations in Mendeley Desktop? Let's say the books that you are using, you borrowed them from our library. Okay, so if you borrowed the books from our library, you just go to our library website and go back to our library website and then type in the title of the book. Okay, let's say the books is pharmacology. Click search. And then make sure, because we can find a lot of books with the same title. So make sure the book that you found in Discovery Service is the same with the book that you have at hand. So let's say the book that I have at hand is Pharmacology by Elizabeth Batista. So click the title. The most easiest way is to compare the cover page of the book on your screen with the book that you have at hand. Okay, cover page, and also compare the author's name, edition, publication date. Okay, so once the details are the same with the book that you borrowed or you use, you go to Tools panel. Okay, this is Tools panel at your right hand side. So under Tools panel, you can find Cite button. You click the Cite button, and then citation format box will appear. There's an export to bibliographic management software under, okay. Down there, there's an export to bibliographic management software. Just click the link. Okay, always select the first one, direct export in RIS format, and then click save. Okay, so this is the file that contains all information about the books that we use in our assignment. The title, the author's name, publication date. Okay, so just save. After save, you open your Mendeley desktop. So you click add. Okay, you click add or you click file, add file. Okay, so when you click add file, you will see, okay, this is the RIS file that we downloaded just now. Okay, you click and then open. So it is added in our folder. And then how to check whether this is a book or not, if you click and then at this part here under the details, you can see type is book, author's name, completed, the title, the year of publication. Okay, so that's how we can add a printed book in our Mendeley desktop. Let's say the book that you use are not from our library collection. You can try to search for the title in the system. It's fine, you can try. But let's say you cannot find the exact same textbook from our Discovery Service. So the last thing that you can do is you have to add the citation of the books manually. How to do that? You edit here, go to File, okay, and then click Add Entry Manually. Okay, so when you click Add Entry Manually, new document box will appear. Select the type of the sources, which is book, and then type in the title, type in the author's name, year publication, pages, edition, publisher, city, place of publication. This is important. So you have to add all the details and then click save. Okay, so every single sources that you use for your assignment must be added first in your Mendeley desktop. Do not add your citation, let's say for printed book, do not add manually here. Meaning, let's say if you decided to use Mendeley, all sources, either printed books, online journals, website articles, must be added in Mendeley Desktop. The reason is that there are some cases where students don't know how to add website article in Mendeley Desktop. So what they do is they do the in-text manually. Let's say WHO. Let's say they read an article from WHO 2019. And then under reference list, and then the title, random title. Okay, what happened is that sorry, let's not use WHO. Let's use Muhammad 2019. Okay, so this I just did a random citation. This is not correct. Okay, so for information, APA 7 edition, the reference list will be arranged by alphabetical order of the author's family name, meaning authors that start with alphabet A will be arranged at the top. So remember the one that I added manually just now, Muhammad 2019, this one should appear before Pur Health Organization, before Siman Salam, before Saleh. Okay, so usually if let's say I want Mendeley to rearrange this for me, so I try to click refresh. Usually if you click refresh, Mendeley will edit your citation and in-text correctly lah. Okay, but when I click refresh, I click already, the reference list for Muhammad disappear, but the in-text is still there. Okay, so to avoid this thing from happen, please add all the sources that you want to use in your Mendeley desktop. Do not ever add the in-text or reference list manually directly into your Word document. Because later, even though you save the Word document and then you close and then you open again tomorrow, the possibility of the reference list that you added manually just now will disappear is very high. Okay, so it will be a waste of time lah. So make sure to add everything in your Mendeley desktop. Okay, talking about website articles, right? If you use articles from website, for example, WHO, you can capture the details of the articles using the web importer, like what we did with the journal articles from Science Direct just now. Okay, let's say you want to use articles from WHO. For website article, for academic assignment, usually it is always best to use articles from academic journals. But you can also use articles from website, provided that the website is well-known website. Avoid website that has domain.com. Let's say if you want to get the statistics about Malaysians populations, so the best website for you to go is government's website, not malaysianpopulation.com. Okay, so remember, if you want to use information from the website, always check the credibility of the website, the accuracy of the information. So to avoid all that, just use the information from website. The domain name is not from .com lah, because .com refers to commercial website. Okay, so once you are in that page for the article website, you click Mendeley Web Importer. Okay, and then check the box, click Add, and then open your Mendeley desktop. See, okay, open your Mendeley desktop, click your recently added folder, click Sync. Okay. So once you click Sync, you see that there's an error there. These details need reviewing. You can mark them as correct or search the Mendeley desktop. So this part is very important. Every single time that you upload your articles, also for the articles or books, or you capture the citations from the website like I did just now, always check the details. If the details is not completed, then it won't be completed in your assignment paper. So always remember, make sure the detail, for example, this one, the author is not available, so you have to add in manually. Okay. Publication is 2019. You can always check back to from the website. Publication of this article is 2019. Sorry, year 2019. For article, a website article is very simple, because the details that we need is only title of the article, the name of the authors. The reason why I put in WHO as the author is that the authorship or the authors is not available from the article just now. So if the person or there's no author's name in that particular article from the website, then the authorship should refers back to the organization that published that particular article. Okay, in this case, it's WHO. Okay, so title, authors, year of publication, and also URL, date access. So these are the only things that we need to add for website article. So once you have added, click details are correct, then you can start using or add this in your paper if you want to cite. Okay, I also would like to highlight on another features by Mendeley, which is wash folder. Okay, wash folder is basically features by Mendeley where if you set the wash folder, let's say I want to set okay, let's say I want the folder let's say I want Mendeley to wash pen drive folder for me. Okay, so I check the box for pen drive folder and then click apply, click OK. So let's say today I download 10 articles and save it in pen drive folder. Okay, Mendeley will then capture all 10s and upload in Mendeley desktop. And then tomorrow, I download another 15 articles in pen drive folder. So tomorrow, after I download the 15 new 15 articles, Mendeley will then upload all 15 articles in my Mendeley desktop. So I don't have to add files from here like what I did previously. So that's the function for wash folder. Mendeley desktop will wash a particular a particular folder for you whenever there's a new item in that folder. Okay, so it is very helpful if you have a lot of articles. Let's say you read a lot of articles, let's say 100 articles, and then it's such a hassle to go and upload every single article in your Mendeley desktop. So you can use wash folder features. Okay, so I guess that's it for today's workshop. I have finished my slides. Before we conclude today's class, I would like to I would like if students scan the QR code and fill up the evaluation form. So this is the evaluation form formula for libraries workshop. If you don't have the scanner, then I will share.
Thank you very much, Sister Aisha.
Yeah, welcome, Doctor. I'm going to share the link of the online evaluation
Form, okay.
Yeah, I will post it in chat box.
All right. I sent you a message on WhatsApp. Can you please check?
All right. Okay.
Because I would like to have the attendance for the session, and I don't have the control to download the attendance. Okay, dear student, please try and complete the evaluation form. And do you have any question? If you have any question, you can ask now so that Sister Aisha can address the questions.
Sister, I have a question. Also,
Yes.
the same question in the chat. Firstly, about
Okay.
how about we redraw the picture, but we refer the picture in the Google. So we also have to include the citation or not?
Come again, sister?
Okay, we draw the picture, but we refer to the picture in the Google.
You draw the picture. I think for draw, to be safe, since the original drawing is not from your own idea, right? It is better to be safe. It is better if you provide the citation.
Okay. For the second one, okay, thank you. The second one, when we want to search the keyword in the IIN Discovery Service, so can we use the symbol simultaneously, like the what we call that? Like I mentioned in the checkbox.
Wait, I go through the checkbox just now. Okay. Can we use the symbols simultaneously herbal drugs? Can. Let's say herbal drug, you add star, and then when you search, you will get result containing herbal drug with S, herbal drugs without S. Okay. So people that have attended this workshop before have to fill this one. Yes, please. If you attended my workshop previously, then please fill up this evaluation again. Thank you. When you want to select the module class name, make sure you select to advanced library skill and reference to Mendeley. And also for instructor's name to select myself lah. My name lah Siti Ashika Malih Muhammad. So you're asking if, let's say, we only read the part in original article that has been cited. We only read the part. Okay, let's say for example, you read the original article and you only manage to read methodology part. Okay, so you refer back to the original article and you manage to get the methodology part. However, the page after that, you don't have the full text. Okay, so if you read that from the original article, then you don't have to do the secondary citation. That will be the normal citation lah. Okay, because sometimes when we search for full text articles, right? When we search for full text article, it is not available in full text from our IIUM's collection. And then we go to Google and we found the article, but not in complete pages. Okay, provided that in the first page though, usually they will provide the name of the journal, the name of the article, author's name, volume, issue number, and page number. Then you are good to go for you to do the citation. Because if you upload, I'm not sure whether if you upload the incomplete page of the article into Mendeley, will it capture all the citation detail? I'm not sure. So if it doesn't capture all the citation detail, then you have to add manually after that. Even though we just read the abstract, okay. Abstract is the description of the article, meaning it is just a summary of the article. So when we say summary, you still need to read through the full text to understand completely the contents of the article. Understand? Because the abstract sometimes is very short, so better to read the full text lah. Has any other questions?
Please, do you have any questions? Right. Any question, please, you can ask now. Sister Aisha is still with us. You can learn a lot from her. I think Sister Aisha. Sister Aisha.
Yes.
Okay, please, can you please share your email address with them? Should in case they have any difficulty, I think they may want to contact you.
All right, okay. I will write down my email address in the.
Thank you so much for the opportunity and for sharing your knowledge with us.
Aisha at irum.edu.my. So you can just drop me an email. You can see the screen, right? The PowerPoint. Okay.
Okay, please have you filled the assessment, the evaluation form for Sister Aisha? Have you done so?
Yes,
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Already done.
Okay, please endeavor to do that before we end the session, please.
If you're done with the evaluation form, I think we can just conclude today's workshop, Doctor.
Yes, sister.
Okay, so if you don't have any questions to ask, then we can conclude this workshop. Later, if you have anything to ask me, just drop me an email, ashakamalia@ium.my. Okay, so with that, thank you for attending my workshop today. I hope you learn about, if not much, I hope you get all the knowledge that I've shared just now. Especially in terms of plagiarism, citation and referencing, and so Mendeley. And so I guess thank you so much, Brother Dr. Osman, for inviting me.
Sister Aisha, we should be thanking you because you actually shared a lot of information with us. There are things
Yeah,
that
because
many times we overlook, but they are very important. And I think even the student, they will contact you later on. I believe so. Because once they have an
yeah,
issue with their referencing, they will want to contact you because definitely they know they can learn a lot from you. So we should be
yeah,
the one thanking you. You shouldn't be the one thanking us for sharing your knowledge with us. So I
yes,
actually
okay,
appreciate your assistance, Sister Aisha. May Allah bless you and your family always.
yeah. The reason is I'm glad that you invited me for the workshop is because I would like for students to use our subscribe online database because we pay a lot of money to subscribe to all those online databases, Science Direct and all that. So instead of go to Google Scholar to search for the articles or Science Hub, please use our online database first because we pay a lot of money every year. We do the renewal and everything. So I hope all the resources that library has is enough for you. If you have any difficulties in locating the articles, you are always welcome to contact me. All right. So, with that, I end with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dr. Osman, you have anything to? Okay.
No, I don't have anything. Sister Aisha, thank you so much for
All
sharing
right.
your knowledge with us.
Okay.
And for
All
all the
right.
students, please, if you have any issues with your reference, you can contact Sister Aisha. She has a lot of information to share with you, and I believe you'll find this useful in both research in pharmacy as well as if in your literature search projects. So with this, I think I don't have anything to add. Sister Aisha can end the session. You are actually the moderator today. You are in charge of the
All
session
right.
today.
Okay. So I will end the session if you don't have any question. All right. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Sister
Sister
Aisha.
Asha.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sis.